The Garamantes of the Sahara, masters of the desert. Deep in the heart of the Sahara Desert, where scorching sands stretch endlessly, an ancient civilization defied the impossible. The Garamantes turned barren wasteland into a thriving empire. But how? Join me as we uncover the secrets of the Garamantes of the Sahara, Africa's forgotten desert masters. Hit subscribe for more epic, hidden histories. Our story begins over 3,000 years ago, around 1000 BCE, in the Fezzan region of modern-day Libya. The Garamantes were a Berber people, descendants of early Saharan nomads who adapted to the harsh desert. As the climate dried, turning lush grasslands into dunes, they didn't flee, they innovated. Archaeological evidence from rock art shows early chariots and herders, hinting at their mobile roots. By 500 BCE, they had settled into fortified towns, building a society that would rival neighboring powers like Carthage and Egypt. Pause for a moment. Imagine surviving where temperatures hit 50 degrees Celsius, with no rivers in sight. The Garamantes didn't just survive, they built an empire. The Garamantes' greatest triumph was their underground water system, the Foggaras or canals. These weren't simple wells, they were engineering masterpieces. Slaves and workers dug sloping tunnels, some over 5 kilometers long, tapping into ancient aquifers beneath the desert. Gravity pulled water to the surface, irrigating vast oases. Historians estimate they built over 750 kilometers of these channels, enough to stretch from New York to Chicago. This allowed farming of dates, figs, wheat, and even grapes in the Sahara. Roman writers like Pliny the Elder marveled at it, calling the Garamantes irrigators of the desert. Without modern tools, they used picks, baskets, and sheer determination. But it came at a cost. Labor was brutal, and the system required constant maintenance to prevent collapses. Garamantes society was hierarchical yet resilient. At the top were kings and nobles, buried in elaborate tombs with chariots and jewels. Their capital, Garama, now Jerma, boasted mud brick homes, granaries, and temples. Women played key roles, as seen in artifacts showing them in jewelry and textiles. They worshipped Ammonius, blending local gods with Egyptian influences. Daily life revolved around oases, farming by day, trading by night. Slaves, often captured from sub-Saharan raids, powered the economy. Yet, evidence suggests a vibrant culture, pottery with geometric designs, iron tools forged in desert forges. This wasn't a primitive tribe, it was a sophisticated kingdom. The Garamantes were the Sahara's ultimate traders. Using horse-drawn chariots, depicted in rock art, they crossed dunes like ancient highways. They exported salt, gold, ivory, and exotic animals like ostriches to the Mediterranean. In return, they imported olive oil, wine, and Roman glass. Their routes connected sub-Saharan Africa to North Africa, predating the Silk Road's fame. Garama became a bustling hub, where Berber, Greek, and Punic merchants mingled. Wealth flowed in. Archaeologists found Roman coins and amphorae buried in tombs. This trans-Saharan trade network wasn't just economic. It spread ideas, languages, and technologies across continents. As Rome expanded, the Garamantes clashed with the empire. In 19 BCE, Roman general Cornelius Balbus invaded, sacking Garama in a show of force. But the Garamantes fought back fiercely, using guerrilla tactics and their desert knowledge. They raided Roman frontiers, earning a reputation as fierce barbarians in Roman texts. Yet, peace treaties followed, turning them into allies. Romans admired their chariots and even adopted some Foggara's techniques. This uneasy relationship highlights the Garamantes' resilience, defying one of history's greatest empires from the world's harshest desert. The Garamantes weren't just builders, they were warriors. Their chariot armies, armed with spears and bows, dominated the Sahara. Rock engravings show battles against nomadic tribes and Roman legions. They conducted raids southward for slaves and cattle, expanding their influence. Fortified hilltop settlements, like Zinkekra, served as defensive strongholds with walls and watchtowers. Their mobility gave them an edge. No enemy could outrun their chariots in the dunes. This military might protected their trade routes and ensured the empire's survival for centuries. By the 5th century CE, cracks appeared. Overuse depleted the aquifers, causing Foggaras to dry up. Climate change worsened droughts, turning oases to dust. Internal strife and invasions by nomadic groups like the Vandals hastened the fall. Garama was abandoned, its people dispersing into smaller tribes. Roman decline cut trade links, starving the economy. Yet, the Garamantes didn't vanish entirely. Their descendants live among modern Tuareg and Berber peoples, carrying echoes of that ingenuity. Today, thanks to archaeologists like David Mattingly, we're rediscovering the Garamantes. Satellite imagery reveals hidden Foggaras, while excavations at Jerma uncover tombs with mummies and artifacts. UNESCO recognizes sites like the Garamantian ruins as World Heritage potentials. These finds challenge old narratives, proving Africa had advanced civilizations long before colonialism. Drones and ground-penetrating radar continue to unveil more, painting a fuller picture of this lost empire. The Garamantes teach us resilience, turning adversity into triumph. Their Foggaras inspired modern irrigation in arid regions, combating desertification today. In a world facing climate challenges, their story reminds us of human ingenuity. Thanks for joining this journey through the Sahara's secrets. If you love this, like, comment, and subscribe for more African histories.